John Boy, can you say like and subscribe to Part-Time Weekend Rancher? Thank you, John Boy. Good morning, Part-Time Weekend Rancher. Back at it. I know it's been a couple of weeks that we haven't posted anything. We've had our regular full-time jobs keeping us busy, along with the kids and their school schedule and everything else. We have been out here a few times since the last posting, but we also had a camera go bad, but we fixed that this time. I want to show you what we are doing. The cows have been very naughty and been having to expand the perimeter of all the maples that we planted a couple of years ago. If you notice, these don't have the fencing anymore. We went ahead and just took the fencing off, and these are not salvageable, but what they were doing was basically pushing up against the fencing and then eating all the branches on the maples, and they have completely decimated and desecrated a good number of them. The ones that are salvageable, it's about a little more than half of them. We are expanding the perimeter around 30 feet in diameter around them, putting up net wire and then stringing bob wire, one string of bob wire on the very top. You can see this one's pretty thin. We'll walk down and I'll show you some other ones that we've already done, but the cows are due to come back into corral 2, which is the current corral that we're in. But before we can let them in here, we need to go ahead and try to protect the trees. We've already done it, if you can see across, in corral 1, and it seems like this new process or new method that we're doing is working, so we're going to try to replicate it in all the corrals as well. The cows are actually down over there by the creek wanting to come over, which we'll let them in a little bit. So there's the end result. We went ahead and refortified, made the perimeter bigger. Instead of 3 or 4 T-posts, we actually have now 8 for every single tree. Redid the net wire, put that string of bob wire. Here's an example. So we undid this one. You can see how the trees are just been decimated. They were eating the branches and the leaves, which I didn't know cows did that. I thought they just ate grass, but they would eat all the leaves and the branches off the maples, and at $150 a pop per tree, this is a very expensive thing. So, and all the time that we spent digging the holes, fertilizing, weed eating, all that other good stuff. So those are examples of trees that have, I don't know if they're going to make it, so we're not even going to try to refortify them. And then these trees, they got to them, but not as bad as the other ones, and we've already fortified these, as you can see. So these are better examples, and these are good tall trees. Last week or 2 weeks ago when we were here, this is what we did, and then we have some at the very end right before we go into corral 4 of we put the T-posts last night. We just need to wrap the fence around them and put bob wire. This one still needs bob wire around it as well, but we're trying to save as many trees as we can. The kids are behind. They got back from running into town and getting some sweet feed to grandpa. So this is the first thing this morning. We're going to move the cows over later on, spray them as well, and we'll videotape the new bull, John Boy, that we got about a month ago and introduce him to the world. It's a new contraction, invention, innovation, whatever you want to call it, that we created. because now that we've extended the perimeter around the maples, it's not easy for us to try to get to the little drain pipe that we had created to make sure the water got down to the roots. You can see this tree's a little droopy, a little thirsty, and this is what we've sort of created, is a stick. It worked, yeah, a stick with the funnel that is at least 6-7 feet. We have a water funnel that you pour water in and it comes out at the end. So I'm gonna go help Jennifer, but this is what we did to try to figure out how to overcome this, because you can't stick your hand over and reach and make it to where the water's needed. Trying to move the cows over in the corral too. The plan is to open the gate and me stand there with the sprayer. What's that?
Can I open it?
Yeah, but let me try to set up really quick so I can try to spray them while they're going. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work how I wanted it. I was able to probably get half of them pretty well. I had the wind helping me, so I was spraying in the air and it was going on them, but they have a lot of flies. It's been pretty warm, so just trying to make sure that we're trying to control pink eye, trying to make them comfortable as well, because if not, they're always constantly twitching and moving their tails and their ears trying to fight all the flies, and it's not fun. So we'll see, maybe later on tonight we can get them into the holding pen and spray them, or maybe or while we feed them some sweet feed later on tonight, try to spray them again. That way you can see how bad the flies are. We got the cows in the holding pen, corral too. Sprayed them really quick. Got a new spray bottle. They're pretty bad with flies, so this is the best way to get them. Try to do it slow stress. John Boy, our bull, he's back there, number 26. See if I can get in a little closer so you can see him. But he's not that aggressive. He came from our neighbor. He's about 2 years old, so I think he likes it here. He's been here for a month. Flies don't look too bad on the girls now that we sprayed them a little bit. There were 5 cheeky ones. There they are, way back over there, who did not want to come in with the rest. So yeah, John Boy's like, what are you doing?
Come on. That's right, girlie. Come on, that's good. This one's John Boy.
Such a gentleman. Lets all the girls go first. Maybe not.
He's blocking the tail. Good boy. Good boy. Come on. There you go.
No. She wants to jump. Come on. Yep. Be free. Is there any left? Nope. There you go. All right. Getting ready to leave this morning. It's Sunday morning. Packing up, cleaning the casita. And the ladies are having their breakfast salad this morning, so we thought we'd come by, see how they're doing, say bye. say hi. We'll be back in a bit. They'll be in Corral 2 for a couple of weeks. Good morning, Jersey. They'll be back in Corral 2 for a couple of weeks before we move them over to Corral 4. Until next time, keep fighting time and Mother Nature. You touch your nose? Number 5.